I just got home after a long trip and after a long day of traveling and even a long day in general, really any day in general. It's a great idea to come home and do your spinal exercises, baby. Do some low back exercises, low back stretches. These are things that we should all probably be doing every day, and it depends on your condition. You know, if you're in a super acute state, if you just got in an accident, maybe I wouldn't have you do a few of these moves. Maybe I would. It depends on your tolerance and where you're at in your course of treatment. But for the vast majority of us, these are pretty safe to help improve the curve of our spine, to help reduce pressure in the spine, to help decompress, reduce some pressure on those discs, those cushions that sit between the bones, and the nerves that travel between them as well. And to get some blood flow into them, and just a lot of great stuff, right? So improve our mobility. So let's get into a couple of them. So this is the first thing that I want to do when I got home. So I figure we'll do one wellness on it. It's a good topic. So first, you're going to be in what we call the Sphinx position. If you're somebody that's ever done yoga, I'm sure you've probably done a few of these. And the Sphinx is very basic. You're laying on your stomach, and you just... What's up? I'm lazy watching TV. How you doing? It's a very easy one, guys. There's no excuse not to do this. You could even be on your phone like this if you really wanted to. So, you know, what's happening here? Well, you know, you'll notice my back is arched like this, right? And so it's conserving that curve in the low back, which is a lordosis, right? Meaning it curves forward. And so if I was standing like this, it means the curve goes like that, right? Just like in our neck, it goes like that, then the mid-back here, and then in the low back, it comes forward again. So, you know, it's really simple if you think about it. You just want to keep that curve, right? And that's something that's going to help to protect those nerves, reduce impingement on the nerves that travel between the bones. If you can keep that curve right? And to reduce pressure on the discs so that they don't wear away faster over time, degenerative disc disease, I see it all the time. Because if it was straight, well, that's a lot of pressure coming down, right? If it was curved, the spine is S-shaped. It's a shock-absorbing spring naturally. So we like to preserve that curve for many reasons. Now, it will also help to keep you upright, right? So postural exercises are great. Getting adjusted is great for that purpose. But we want to get some blood flow into the back, you know? We want to strengthen the muscles in the low back. You know, when we're doing this, we're able to contract those muscles, all right? And when you keep the core nice and tight, and you keep your low back nice and tight, you have great stability here and great support to your spine. And that's another reason we like to strengthen the core a lot. And these are more for the low back specifically, but, you know, we'll do a day and a bunch of core stuff too. They do go hand in hand, I want to say before continuing. So how long should I do that? You know, well, there are different recommendations all over the place. And I personally, you know, they'll say hold it for, you know, something like 5 seconds. And you could do, you know, 10 reps. But I like to hold it for a little bit longer, probably, you know, 20, 30 seconds at a time. And I'll do it, you know, maybe 4 times, 5 times, something like that. But I move into the Cobra relatively quickly because my body can handle that. And so it's a slightly more advanced version, where you're here, you jump up and fly into a... Just kidding. You're here, and you push up like this. And I'm sure you guys know this one. People call it the cat too, we've heard. And you sit like that, right? But the Cobra is what it is, most commonly. And it feels good. You're stretching your core, your chest. You look up at the ceiling, right? Keep those arms nice and tight. Perch yourself up as much as you can. And hold it there and feel that contraction in your low back. Now, after I do a few sets of both of those, I like to go right into my prayer. So the prayer stretch is, I'll show you like this, you can see, coming back, rocking that booty back, and this is decompressing the spine now. It feels good. Really reach as far as you can. You're stretching out the lats as well. It's a nice decompression for the back. Feels fantastic. So I'll do that one, and I'll hold it for, you know, anywhere from 10 to 20 seconds, about 4 or 5 times. 2 times a day, I would do all these, right? So then we'll flip on the back. And the first one is very simple. The first one is you bend your knees and you grab them just like this. And I want you could grab your wrists, you can lock your hands like this, you can just hold your legs, but you're gonna keep your shoulders off the ground, and you're gonna pump like this. These spine rocks. I don't want you going all the way like this, you know? Yeah. It can be fun. It's not a terrible thing to do necessarily, but what's the goal here when I'm doing this? Well, it's pumping blood into my spine. It's promoting what's called imbibition, right? And that's the influx of blood, oxygen, and nutrients that it carries into tissues that are otherwise avascular and don't make their own blood, right? And so another example would be the cartilage in your knee, right? Or the elbow, the cornea of the eye. These things, they don't make blood themselves. There needs to be some biomechanical mechanism by which it's pumped into them, right? That's one reason that movement is medicine when it comes to the spine. And we did a video on why walking is good for your spine. That was one big reason, is imbibition, right? So this is also doing that while decompressing the spine. You know, if you can picture the spine when you're sitting like this, it's you know, being hooked up like this. It means it's opening all the spaces between those bones. It's a great thing. So spine rocks, that's another one. Another one you can do is take those knees, leave them bent like so, arms out flat, and let the legs fall to the side. Back up, fall to the side. And now I'm tight because I traveled all day. I can feel it. I can feel it, man. So, you know, I'm going to do full sets of these when we're done with this because it just feels great, you know. It's like, it's easy to do your homework, but it feels good, baby, you know. And obviously I force you to do these. They feel great. So just let the knees fall side to side. You could come down, hold it for, say, 2 seconds, anywhere from 2 to 10 seconds. Feel free to hold it longer if you want to. You know, why, and then do that for, you know, to maybe 10 reps or so each side. So why, you know, why is there so much variability in how long, you know, we're saying you can hold these things for? And the important thing is that you're doing these every day. And so the reason I say in that manner, you know, I could be purely your doctor, purely your chiropractor, and I could tell you the technical way and the time frames to do all these things. But I tell patients to listen to their body, and if it feels really good to have yourself in that position, don't be afraid to hold it there for 30 seconds. That's okay. If you feel the decompression, it feels fantastic, great, you know? Now, remember, certain moves are about that imbibition and are about that pumping of the blood, like that, you know, when we're moving like this with the spine, right, or anything. But there's also a move where you can just bring them in and you can hold them, and it's just more of a stretch. You can do the same thing with one leg out. You can do the same thing with the other leg out, right? So a lot of variability in how long you can hold these things for and whatnot, but you know, listen to your body. And the important thing that I really want to drive home is that you're doing them every day. That's the big thing, right? So the last one we got for you, I think is probably the best one on this list. I guess I'll show you 2 more. The last big one, though, because I was trying to focus it really majorly to the low back today, is legs out straight, arms out, up. So this leg comes up straight and it falls to the side. Now, I'm not letting this hand come off the ground. The same thing goes for this one, right? I'm keeping this on the ground. I'm not coming like this. I lose all the tension. I'm making sure I'm staying here and I can feel it through my low back, right? If you get a side posture adjustment, this is the position we have you in, right? And so, you know, it makes sense. Like, this is how we get tension as chiropractors in your low back often, in many techniques, but that's one of them. So keep that in mind. You're going to stay here, come over. Now as this leg falls, you're going to turn your head the other way, press this palm into the floor, hand here on the leg, and pull down to the floor. Feels absolutely fantastic. Fine, I'll show you the other side. Fine. So, we need to see it again. Bring the leg up like this. Come on down. Table's in the way right here, but that's okay. You can bend the knee as well. Now I like to breathe as I'm going down, and every time I exhale, I can get a little bit further, right? I absolutely love that one. I highly recommend it. It feels so good. So the last one I'll show you is a nice piriformis stretch. You can do this in so many ways. You can sit down in a chair and do it. You can do it laying down, but you put the leg like this, put the hands through, grab this leg, so both my hands are on this leg here. Now make sure this ankle is down. Make sure it doesn't come up and off the knee. Make sure it's sitting right there, and you're pulling in. And you should feel it all through here, right? You should feel it all through there, right there. And it feels great. So then you can do the other side too. But those are fantastic, guys. And these are things that, you know, if you do every day, you're going to feel limber. You're going to feel good. You know, and maybe I wouldn't sit here if I was about to do a leg day and be doing that. If I was going to work my glutes, you know, anything like that. You know, do this one where I'm coming over like that, the hip drop. I call it the airplane because you're in like an airplane in the beginning, or a cross, whatever you want to say it, and then pull. But, you know, maybe you wouldn't want to hardcore stretch yourself, right, before a workout where you're requiring the muscle fibers to contract and have power and provide force. But, you know, barring you weren't doing some legs or core and you know, doing the like I wouldn't do the Cobra before core day, you could do them all right after the workout at the very least. You know, and a lot of these, they're not such a deep stretcher. You can do them first thing when you wake up. They're getting the blood flow going. They're getting things moving, and you know, they're activating those sensory fibers and whatnot. And so they're good things to do in the beginning and the end of the day, for the most part, my friends. What do we got on here? Let's say hi to the homies. Oh, that felt so good. I needed that. I was traveling all day, man. Just got back from Iowa. All right, ICSM. What's up, my man? My lady, whoever. Seeker for life. Seeker. Like that. Arnold Foam. Father Cosmic. Josh Winter. How you guys doing? I'm seeing some new faces on here. Thank you for coming on, guys. I hope you enjoy these videos. You know, I hope you do these stretches and you feel as great as I feel right now. Even after traveling for 100 million hours today, because nothing goes according to plan. In Super Bowl, Wolf Origins, Berlin Vat, how you doing? Dom the Stallion, Enrique Keeley, Z-Train, Underdog Fitness, Hair Revival, True Rick Morrow. What's up, what's up? Charlie Benaldez, OG, seen you on here many times, my friend. How are you? Andrew Bjernhardt, Fabiola Hernandez, Jay Imperial, Moonbow Rabbit, PD Moth, Gats Life. What's up, guys? Hi, PD Moth. Hello to you, my friend. Hope you're having a great night. Stefan Fire. Meg, what's up? What's up, T? Anthony Camillo, Iggy DC. DC, that's right. Mr. Iggy. Muhammad Dawad. Thanks for the support. What's up, Diana? How you doing? Palmer, what's up, man? You're a beast. Great to see you, man. It's awesome seeing you recently. I hope you felt good on the Super U. STT. Cut Cow. Jay Grease Jr. Phil Reed. Stefan Apple Blue. Das. 4371. Hello, Little Tony. Michael I. Hayden Grego. Gert Maris. And the first ones on of the day were 1123446 HDH. Whoa. Is that how much money you have? You're doing pretty well, my friend. I don't know what that is. But, hey, you know, I hope it's not like your social security number or something. Thanks for coming on. Yeah, appreciate you. And who do we got? Holly, what's up, girl? Thanks for hopping on. You're the first one today. So this one absolutely is for you. Hope you had a fantastic day. And we'll see you soon. All right, so that's all we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. Not sure where, not sure when, but we'll see you then. Have a great one. Thanks so much, and happy When Wellness. Thank you. Oh, what do we got? What do we see? Love the wellness name. Thank you, my friend. It's Kamal. Charlie, what exercise do you recommend for people? Oh, people that are hypermobile. You know what? Maybe I'll do a whole day on that. Why don't we do that? I'll do hypermobility, which is typically a contraindication to adjusting, but there are definitely things we can do. I will tell you one of the best things is strengthening in general. You said exercises, not stretches, right? Yeah. So, I'll show you a bunch of them. But people that are hypermobile can do a lot of the same exercises, for the most part, and the strengthening is the important thing. So not as we're going into, some excessive range of motion to the point where, because they can bend more, we're putting them into a harmful point of degrees where now we can do some damage, right, if they move the wrong way. So I'll do a day on that. Yeah, thanks. I think that's a good question. Maybe I'll do it this week. How about that? Yeah. All right. Jungle Neptune. What up, Marcus? How you doing? Oh man, it's Kamal. Pagang. Eat for the dopamine flood. Hell yeah. I love that name. You might get name of the day. You guys have fantastic rest of your night. It's all we got for you, folks. We'll see you tomorrow, baby. Said it already. We'll say it again. But we'll see you then. Have a good one. Thanks.